Alright, I'm David Jeffries, and I'm here with EOH to film some exhibits, and we have
Vasilio Sagiros, current president of the AREMA student chapter.
And Matt Grieve, former president of the AREMA student chapter.
And you guys, you've been to EOH before?
Absolutely. This is the student chapter's 7th year participating in EOH.
And what do you find the most interesting or best part about it?
I really like getting to share my excitement with the little kids, share my passion for railroads. It's something that I'm going to be doing for a career here in a couple months, and really helping to foster the next group of railroaders is really rewarding.
Awesome, awesome. Now what's this we have back here behind us?
All right, behind us we have, it's called Run 8, it's a train simulator. We bring this to EOH so that it kind of fosters some interest. A lot of people like to get an idea of what it's like to run a train. Plus, this also gives people an idea of why a train does what it does. I mean, there's the physics. You can't stop a train on a dime, so this is a great way to show people that how that works and why that happens, and give them kind of an experience of, well, if we say, try to stop by that bridge, and they try to, and they know they can't, they start to understand what plays into the physics of operating a locomotive and why grade crossing safety is so important. So it's a twofold game.
Do you want to show us a little bit more about how all these buttons are working and what each one does?
All right, so right here what we've got is the engineer's controls, and this is what he sees on his desktop every day he goes to work. Here you have the reverser. It's basically like a gear shift lever. It allows you to go neutral, forward, or reverse. Right here you have the throttle, which is like the gas pedal. You pull it back, and the more you pull it back, the more faster the train goes. And right here you have the brakes, and one handle controls the whole train's brakes, every car in the train, and the other one controls locomotive brakes only. And as far as buttons go, you got your horn right here.
Your best part.
Yeah.
Turn up the sound.
Your horn right here. Your bell right here. And a couple other buttons which are more for the realistic actions of the train.
All right, so what we have here is a dispatching board. This is what the person who tells the trains where they can go, this is what he sees. So it's like air traffic control, but for trains. So for example, this red block here, this is a train. He's going along towards Toledo back here. This green line shows how far on the track he can go. He's got signals at various points telling him whether he's clear or not. And he has switches where if we want to go into the yard, we can direct him into the yard. If we want to keep him on the main, we can keep him on the main. Now at EOH, we like to involve the major railroads around here. So one of the railroads will be bringing a live dispatching feed. It's going to look very similar to this, but it's going to be showing you in real time where the trains are out on the line that Amtrak uses to get from here to Chicago. So we're really excited to have them and have industry support.
So this is the intermodal game, and what it's going to display is the advantages of intermodal transportation. So basically, those containers which everyday products are shipped in, your TVs, your tables, your furniture, make their way over on ships. They stop at a port where they're unloaded onto a train, and then when from the train, they move to different locations, different cities. So you usually have them coming in from the West Coast, going to the middle of the country or East Coast. Now, Matt and David right here will be our test subjects. David will be using the train to move all his containers down to the city in which all the businesses are located at, whereas Matt is going to be using a single truck to move all his containers to all the businesses right away. When David gets down to the city, he's going to unload all his containers from the train and send them to their respective businesses. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
First one.
We have a winner here.
Oh no!
So as you can see, the train won by a mile, or more than that, it won by 2 containers. And this kind of shows the advantages of intermodal transportation. You got the train, which plays to its advantages, which is it can move a lot of cargo in a long distance very quickly. But it can't necessarily stop at every business, because that would be really inefficient. As you saw with the rail simulator over there, the train takes a while to stop, it takes a while to get going again. Where in the truck, its advantage is it can move around in short distances and move to different businesses very quickly, but it can't do long distances. I mean, you'd have to either have one truck doing 6 trips or 6 trucks doing 1 trip. So either way, you're going to have it's going to take a long time, or you're going to clog the highways. And by intermodal transportation, the question isn't, do you use a train or the truck? It's, what are the advantages of each? The ship gets it across the ocean, the train gets it to its intermediate destination, and the truck gets it to the final business.
All right, so in addition to the AREMA student chapter here on campus, we work with a group called RailTech, the Railroad Transportation and Engineering Center. And what RailTech does is they have a lot of railroad engineering courses within the Department of Civil Engineering. So how you design a railroad track, how you design a yard, what's the construction planning for both of those, how you design a signaling system, things like that. We take that knowledge and we then apply it to research for the railroad industry. So we have 3 basic types of research that we do here at Illinois. We have our systems research. You know, railroads have only so much money that they can spend on infrastructure, and we want them to be able to get the best bang for their buck. So that's what systems research is. Next one is safety research. Tank car safety is obviously a very big topic right now. We want to see how can we reduce the risk of going from point A to point B if we go via Route 1 versus Route 2, or if we make certain improvements. And the last type that we have, this is the type of research that I do, is the infrastructure side, so how we actually design the railroad tracks, how we can build a better mousetrap, as it were. So at the end of the day, we get students excited about railroad engineering, we teach them about railroad engineering, and then we provide a way to do railroad engineering research to give back to the industry.
I just wanted to thank you guys for your time and for showing us a good portion of your exhibit. And I encourage anybody that's coming out to EOH to come see the bigger thing, because it's going to be huge.
We'll have so
very
much
interesting.
We'll have so much more. We'll have a couple railroads. We'll have all this set up, and it'll all be outside. And we'll even have a section of actual track with all the tools that a lot of railroads use these days to work on the track itself.
Yeah, it'll be awesome to see it all put together.
Hope you stop by.
We'll do. Thank you guys.
Thank
you.